What up, guys? This is Rikk coming at you with another Monster Closet Mini. This is another user requested topic. It's from Joe Me. This is going to be Pokemon. Now, this is a topic I've actually been debating on whether or not I wanted to do a video on for quite some time, but anyone who knows me knows that I am a Pokemon fan. Like, as you guys can see from the videos, I clearly have a Pokeball tattooed on my wrist, or above my wrist, or where it's on my arm. I love Pokemon. Like, I have been a die-hard Pokemon player, well, not competitive, but player in general, since Red and Blue. I'm super excited every time a new Pokemon game comes out. I bought my 3DS XL just because Pokemon X and Y got announced. They weren't even out yet, and I went out and bought that because I love those games. The only Pokemon game out of the main series, and I'm not talking all these spin-offs like Pokemon Rumble and this and that. I'm talking strictly main Pokemon games that I did not like were Black and White. I thought the 5th generation was terrible. And I know there's a lot of people that say the same thing, and people are like, oh, you Gen 1ers are just whining about Gen 5 because you don't like change. Well, first off, I like Gen 2 more than I like Gen 1. Johto is where it was at. Gold and Silver, Silver to be exact, is definitely in my top 3 favorite games of all time. Actually, it's probably number 2 right below Halo 2. Pokemon Silver added so much to the game. You could breed your Pokemon. Your Pokemon could be male or female. There was a day and night cycle. There was just so much. You could make your own Pokeballs. Man, I loved Gold and Silver. That game, and I'll be honest, I never played Crystal. Crystal is the only main Pokemon game that I haven't played. Oh, I take that back. I don't think I've played Platinum either. But Crystal, I know for sure I have not played. And Crystal was the one that introduced female protagonist. You could choose between male or female. And it also introduced trading over the internet, at least in Japan. In Japan, you could hook it up to your cell phone and trade over the internet. That is pretty sweet. And now, I don't know what it is about Pokemon that I like so much either, because I hate turn-based RPGs. So you wouldn't think I'd like something like that. I mean, I know it's simple and not exactly an RPG, but man, I love me some Pokemon. I've actually been recently thinking about giving it some thought, getting into the competitive scene, but I don't know. I've lately been just breeding and trying to catch shinies. Yeah, I know. If for those who don't know, shiny Pokemon are just Pokemon in a different color. For instance, a Gyarados, which is normally blue, would be a red Gyarados. And everyone gets that in Gold and Silver. And maybe Crystal. I don't know. I haven't played Crystal. But yeah, catching shiny Pokemon is incredibly hard to do. The odds of getting one or finding one are ridiculously high. And people have all different sorts of methods and crap about collecting them. I'm not going to get into all the technical aspects. There's people out there that'll explain all that much better than I will. So by all means, if you want to know about that stuff, hunt down their videos. Go to their websites. Like, there's a lot to know about Pokemon. Like, it's definitely not as simple as it looks, but it's just so fun though. Recently, Ruby and Sapphire were re-released. It was exciting, that re-release, because my friend Jim had never played Ruby or Sapphire, so it was exciting to see him experience it as like a whole brand new game. And it's been so long since I've actually played Ruby and Sapphire that it pretty much was like a whole new game to me. I didn't remember who any of the Elite Four was, or who any of the gym leaders were. Man, those were such great games. And I think the reason I like Johto the best is not only because of all the new Pokemon that it introduced and all the, the day and night cycle and all that, but you also got to go back to Kanto. That was so amazing. Like, wow. I can't get over how amazing Gold and Silver was, at least to me. And I know a lot of people are big fans of Ruby and Sapphire, which introduced all those water Pokemon, which was weird. But I also really liked Diamond and Pearl. A lot of people don't really like Diamond and Pearl. I thought Diamond and Pearl was fun. I had fun with it. It was nice to play it on the DS. Get that online trading and all that going on. Let's see. That didn't have secret bases like the third. Maybe it did. I don't know. I know Ruby and Sapphire had secret bases. You could go into the tunnels or what have you on Diamond and Pearl, and that's where you found fossils and stuff. That was pretty neat. I enjoyed that. Let's see. Yeah, the fifth one though, Black and White, and even Black and White 2. I could not get into those games. The Pokemon I thought were unimaginative. I didn't like the way the game looked anymore. Like it just, I don't know. I can't even really put my finger on it as to what bothered me so much about those games. But something definitely bothered me, and it drove me crazy. Like, oh man, those games, especially, I thought were kind of poopy. But other than that, I've really been a fan of the Pokemon games. I even like some of the spin-off games. I'm playing Pokemon Rumble something on my 3DS. It's the free-to-play game. I mean, that's okay. It's a good little time waster. The Pokemon, they got like a Pokemon Puzzles and Dragons clone on there, which is, I don't like that at all. I don't even like Puzzles and Dragons. So, I liked Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap was amazing. I got the Japanese version of Pokemon Stadium 2 back in the day because I wanted to play Pokemon on my N64 so bad, and we didn't even have Pokemon Stadium 1 out here yet, which, believe it or not, was Japan's Pokemon Stadium 2. I always thought that was weird. But man, that game was great. I've actually never played that game in English. I had the Japanese version. A couple people I know had the Japanese version. I've never played the game in English. I've never owned the game in English. The Pokemon trading card game was fun for a little bit. I loved that Game Boy game. Like that. I didn't even really play the Pokemon trading card game outside of collecting the cards. But that Game Boy game was fun. I put a lot of time into that, and I'd like another one. So if you're listening, Nintendo, release another one of those. That was fun. Let's see, what else Pokemon-wise do I like? Pokemon Pinball was fine. Pokemon Snap, I'd like another one. That game was amazing. Oh, that's probably about it. Oh, Pokemon Puzzle League. Pokemon Puzzle League was a great game. And I think that's actually just Tetris Attack. Don't quote me on that, but Pokemon Puzzle League was great. Man, I love Pokemon, but mainly the old Pokemon games. And I know I've said this a million times. You can find me saying this on the Closet Cast for Toys for Life, or not the Closet Cast, the Monster Closet Mini Toys for Life, or Toys to Life. It's late. I'm sorry. I keep screwing that up. I probably screwed that up a million times during that Closet Cast too. And I know I said it. Look at that. I screwed it during that Monster Closet Mini. I've probably screwed it up during the Closet Cast as well. And I said this during the Closet Cast 5 as well. I want Pokemon Amiibos outside of Pikachu and Charizard. Please, give me a Mew. Mew is such a cute Pokemon. I also want a Gengar. There's a whole gang of Pokemon that I'd like. But yeah, that's all I got to say on Pokemon today, guys. Thanks again for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on our social media. All the links are down below. All that good stuff. Let us know how we're doing. If you got bad things to say about us, say that too. But, say whatever. Say something. Anything. I don't care. Thanks for listening, guys. I know it's been another ramble fest, but you guys love me, and I love you. So peace out.